some stuff that has happened to me, City Boys, when I tell you real shit, some people would be fucked up, like they will never be able to come back from it. But I did. I had to. I forced myself to. Because I know that I deserve so much better than what has happened to me. So I don't deserve to be a fucking victim. I'm not a victim. If anything, I'm a victor. I went through some shit and I alchemized it. I didn't take the lemons and squeeze that shit in my eye and cry. No, fuck that. I made a fucking lemon pound cake. Fuck a lemonade. The greater you are, the more people, random ass fucking people, want to come into your life. Even people that you put on a pedestal. Fuck them too. They want to come in your life and try to tell you and dictate what you can do. Because they couldn't do it. Because they never saw themselves doing it. Because they can't even fathom achieving something like that. Okay? Hey City Boys, it's me. It's your favorite sheriff, your favorite chief. But I told you guys in these last few videos, I have just been saying, City Boys, I'm just a girl in this big crazy world, just trying to figure it all out and taking my City Boys along with me. So this is like a portion of my update video, but not really. This is gonna come out, I think, a little bit after. I want to talk about something I have not seen a lot of people speak about, especially after either a life-altering thing has happened or a death experience or near-death experience has happened. People don't talk about the fact of that fight that goes on in a person, because a part of you is dead. A part of you is never going to come back. Like, that part of you never left the situation. You never left the event. So it's dead inside of you. It's like you're carrying this dead piece of you around with you through the good times you have, the triumphs, through the tribulations. And then there's this other part of you that is becoming new. And it needs to shed this dead part of you because it knows that it can't carry that along with it. But it's like that dead part of you is the last piece of you from the past. And that also carries a lot of memories and happiness, but also the sadness that you'll never be that version of yourself again. Whether that's in a good way or a bad way, or in a combination. It's that understanding that this has happened to me. And no matter how much my mind tries to forget about it, no matter how much my mind tries to use other things to cover up it, that is what it is. There's no way that you can twist and turn it. There's no way that you can manipulate the truth. This is your reality. And it's weird that, like, whenever you're going through a traumatic or a part in your life that really challenges you, not only physically, spiritually, but mentally, that's the events that your mind does not want to accept. Especially when it knows that you have to fully murder this piece of yourself to become, not only to become the version that you need to be, but the version that needs to survive. Because City Boys, when I tell you, I was holding on to that piece of myself for so long, because it's like I didn't know who I was if I wasn't this version of myself. Because I've been that version of myself for so long. Because that version of myself helped me in some of the darkest times that I had at that moment. But the thing is, with this huge event that has happened to me, going to purgatory, dying, sitting in that hospital, getting 2 knee surgeries, learning how to walk 3 times over again. It takes a lot out of a person, you know what I mean? And I let that dead part of me speak for me for so long too, after the event, because I was just living out of pain, literally. Like, even like after my case was done, I was thinking in my head, like, all right, fine, I'll get over all this, you know what I mean? I'll finally move on. But it's like the second wave of sadness hit me, and it was from the reality of, like, where I am in life, I never saw myself in. And I'm not just talking about like my accent, just like where I live. Not having a job right now and not being in my career field. Like, I saw myself getting close to graduating law school by this point, you know what I mean? I saw myself in my career path, fully thriving in it, and that wasn't, and that isn't the reality that I'm living currently. And I had to come to terms with that, you know, and come to terms with, right now I'm in a rebuilding stage of my life, you know. It doesn't mean that this is all horrible. It doesn't mean that this is all, you know, negative, but my mind is telling me that it's all negative. There were times where I would start drawing and I'll just start crying, and I can't stop crying. My times going on walks would be like a time to clear my mind, and now I'm on my walks and I'm just crying because I'm hating the life that I'm living, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hating the way my mind is working. I'm hating the thoughts that I'm having. I'm hating what I'm seeing. And I remember I got to a point where I'm like telling people in my life, like, I have to leave. Like, I gotta go. Because I know, for one, this environment is not conducive to me. It's not helping me. It's only making me feel worse. Especially, like, being in the same environment for like a year and a half straight. Like, you're on house arrest. It takes a toll on me, because I'm a very much a people's person. Like, I love to be around people and interacting, and that's not how my life has been for this last year and a half. So I was telling them, like, yo, I feel like I'm gonna break. And when I say break, I'm gonna kill myself, literally, because I feel trapped. And it got to a point where it's like they were saying that they understood me, but it's like it felt like, in the weirdest way in my mind, for one, I already knew that a lot of the people that are close to me in my life, they can't give me that kind of love, like, because they just don't understand it, they don't know it. So especially people that are not, let's say, fully trying to understand or learn or change, that kind of stuff is not good. They can't help you. So I already knew that, so that kind of like stung a lot. But there's also the fact that, like, it felt like they weren't taking me serious. So then a part of my mind was like, you should just do it, because they're not taking you serious, so it's like, might as well, because it's like, what's the point? And like, that's what I said in my other videos. It's like, I got to a point where when I was like taking apart my life and my path, my soul journey and all that, I got to a point where it's like, yo, I'm not even living for myself. I'm literally living just to complete my soul purpose. And what kind of life is that? You know what I mean? Because it's like, I already know that doing the things that I'm supposed to do and what I've been shown that I'm supposed to do, I'm going to positively affect so many lives. But it's like, in my mind, I was starting to feel like some type of martyr. Like, I just have to go through things. I have to just stick it through, and it'll get better for other people. And then this is like, something in my mind snapped, and it was like, but what about me? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm focusing on now, like doing things that actually bring me some type of joy. And along with doing those things is changing my mental state, like to stop focusing so much on the negative and forcing myself to see more of the positive, see more of the beautiful things that's going on in this life. And the things that I don't like, figuring out a way, how can I change that for myself? Whether I'm changing the response that I give it, or changing how am I approaching these situations, or, you know, things. So I don't know what kind of changes you guys will see in my videos, if it will really reflect what I'm going through, but I'm taking a step back in a way to readjust myself and realign myself. But it's like, I'm still gonna be here, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I just know that if I'm not mentally good, I can't produce anything that is conductive. Like, even with my movie breakdowns, like, there was a movie breakdowns that I've done and it never released it because I just wasn't in the state to even continue on to edit it, to put it together, because it takes a lot of work for me to do these videos. Like, I don't know if you guys like realize it or what, like making an hour and something long video, like it takes a lot. Me continuously watching the videos, looking at things, researching things, you know, going in my own vaults of information that I have, like, and then putting it all together and voice overing and then editing it and putting the pictures and all that kind of stuff. It's very, very time consuming. And like, another thing is, it's like, I do still have like physical like ailments that came from my accident. I told you guys I have nerve damage on the right side of my body. You guys can kind of see with my eyes, the little difference in my eyes. But that's another thing that I have been going through recently, is the pain from my nerve damage. First, I would say at the ending of last month, the first thing that was happening was like, it was like, at first it was like a numb, like my arm was just feeling numb, like numb, and I'm like, okay. And then after a few days of that, it was like with my fingers, like these three mainly, it was like this burning feeling that I was feeling in my fingers, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. As days were going, the pain just kept rising and rising and rising, and it literally felt like inside of my body was set on fire, and I just have to live with that, you know what I mean? So things like that also negatively affect, you know, your mind state. And it's just like, how are you able to be happy and keep that happiness when these things are all coming together, you know? Because it's not just my physical, mentally I'm going through some things, city boys. Like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, you know? So I'm trying to be very gentle with myself, because that's something that I haven't done in the past. I haven't really given myself time and room to really think and feel how I feel and understand it, and then from understanding work from there, you know. But that's what I'm doing now, so I'll show you guys how that goes. I'm also gonna just throw myself back into my art and into creating, because I know how that makes me feel to see the ending product and feeling productive. So I'm gonna do that, and kind of try to change up my content a little bit, because I want to show you guys like my art pieces and stuff, but I want to show it like a different way other than just like time-lapsing it. So we'll get like a little bit creative with that. I'm gonna add this in to the video that I'm making. Through learning and understanding yourself even more, it's like you have like a different perspective of the things that you've been through. And like, I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, like this portion of my life has been the most loneliest portion I've ever been in. It's not even like I just crave human interaction. It's like I honestly just want to be heard and seen, like truthfully. And it feels like everybody picks and chooses what parts of me they want to acknowledge. And it's so freaking frustrating. And that makes me feel even worse, because it's like when I am alone, I'm forced to be by myself. I talk to myself, I think to myself, I write to myself, all that, right? Now when I finally, like, I put myself out there to spend time with people, it's either people don't have time, which is understandable, everybody has a life, and just because my life is on a pause right now does not mean everybody else's is. But it's like, it's either they don't have time, or it's like they make the time and I just don't even feel like I'm even being heard, you know what I mean? And it made me just be like, all right, I should have just spent time by myself anyways, because now I feel even more alone. And you know, I had just got off the phone with my brother, and it was really nice talking to him, because like, I'm not gonna lie, out of everybody, like, it feels like he's the only one that really understands like what I'm going through, my mental, my emotions, like all that. And it's like, I know I'm not alone, like I know I'm not, but it doesn't stop me from feeling like that. And like I was telling him, like literally growing up, like I was forced to be alone. Like, yes, I have siblings, but like the way that we were raised in the same house, but just the way it functioned is like you were forced to be by yourself. You had to be by yourself. Like there was no real community, there was no family, you know. And so I kind of got used to that. But then it's like, when I tell you, it's like my accident, after my accident, it just took it to another level, because it's like, let alone you're alone, because now you have to like heal, right? Everybody goes to work, everybody's doing this, everybody's doing that, so everybody's living their life, you're here by yourself. But on top of that, now you are, for one, in a place where so much trauma has happened to you, and you're forced to be there 24/7. But on top of that, it's like, now I have these things from the accident I'm dealing with, but then I also have these things from my past that I'm dealing with, and it's just like, what the freak, you know what I mean? So that makes the alone feeling feel even more intense, because you're not just physically alone, you're alone in your mind, you know what I mean? Because before, when I would feel alone, I could just go out hanging with one of my friends, or I can go to work, go to my internship. Now when I feel alone, I just go on walks, and I'm very proud of myself for the improvements that I've been making with my walking. But when I went out on my walk, all I could do was just cry. Like, that's literally all I could do, was just cry. So it's like, what is the point of being around people if they make you feel alone? Then what is the point of being alone if you don't want to be alone? You know what I mean? It's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's just, that's basically what I'm dealing with, and that's why I haven't been making any videos, because when I tell you, like, I just feel so like, you know what I mean? And like, I tried to make a video the other day, and it just bled right through. Like, I am that person, like, I cannot fake it. I can't fake the funk. Like, I literally can't. I wish I could, but I can't. So I just feel so empty. And it's like, it's hard, because when it feels like you're reaching out for a lifeline, and people keep slapping your hand away, you know? So I'm planning on just leaving where I am right now for like a while, And I want to spend some time with my grandma because like I need like love. Like I actually really need some real love. You know, I hope like spending time with my grandma is gonna like help me or something, because I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like I'm breaking. Like it's crazy because it's like, dang, you went through all of this just to break at the end. But there's only so much a person can take, you know what I mean? And I feel like I just been taking so much, and I feel like I'm about to break, and I'm scared. Like I'm really, really scared. So I've just been trying to like prolong it and just like, you know, like distract myself and stuff, but it's really not working, you know. So that's why I go on my walks every day. Like literally as soon as I wake up, within the first hour, like it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like even when I feel like shit, like I drag myself out of my bed and then go on a walk. It feels like that's one of the things that are just keeping me sane. I try to draw. I have 3 pieces that I started. 3 pieces. 3 pieces that I started. And when I tell you, city boys, today I picked up my pencil to draw. Mind you, this whole week my nerve pain has been on like 100. If you guys haven't seen my videos, my 2-parter videos, I have nerve damage on the whole right side of my body after being hit by a car. And when I tell you, it felt like my body was set on fire. So it's just like, it feels like it's just one after the other, you know? And that's why I go back to like, how much can a person take, you know what I mean? It's like a person can only take so much, like even the strongest person. And I feel like I'm a very strong person, but I need to change, like some type of change in my life, because the way things are going right now, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't think I can do this for a long time. And I know this may sound crazy, but I'm not gonna hold you, and I don't wish this at all, but it's like, thinking about it, it's like, if I didn't have what I'm supposed to do in this life to do, I would have just killed myself. Like, I'm being so honest. Because, like, when I tell you, it feels like a lot of stuff that I carry around, it's like, it feels like it's killing me already, you know? But it's like, I just can't do it. I can't. Because for one, if I kill myself, I'm going to purgatory. I know that for a fact. Either that or hell, actual hell. Because my life got saved. But it's, I don't know. I just want things to get better for myself. And I want to see the fruits of all the hard work that I've been doing for this whole time.
Hey, you know? City boys, I had to add this clip in. I'm not gonna hold you, city boys. Like, when I tell you, like, the way my mind was going, please don't mind my skin. I'm having a allergic reaction because I had a milkshake yesterday and a cheesecake. No shade, but I wanted to add this part in because I really want to get real. Like, let's really keep it a $1.50, okay? When my accident happened, city boys, I really, like, after I was done being sad, which that took a long time, like months. As I said in another video, months of crying. Like, I literally cried for probably 3-4 months straight, every single day. There wasn't a day I didn't cry. Either, well, most of the time I was crying because of the pain I was in, and then I was crying because I was still alive, and then I was crying because I'm fucking depressed, you know? But after that faded, when I tell you, city boys, like, I feel like John Wick. Like, when I tell you, I wanted revenge so bad. Like, I wanted to hurt that man so bad. I ain't gonna hold you, city boys, I was so fucking hurt. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm still hurt, city boys. Like, I feel like it's weird because it's like this thing where it's like, in my mind, I know how serious this all is. Like, I know what I saw, I know what I experienced, I know what I went through. Like, I feel like also people see me how I am right now and you can't fathom what happened a year ago. You know what I mean? Like, city boys, I'm 24 right now. This all happened when I was 23. I had 2 knee surgeries in the span of a year. I was so angry that I couldn't imagine being in the position that I'm in right now, even though I'm depressed right now, I'm not happy, I am so much better than I was before. Like, when I tell you, City Boys, before, I literally couldn't even have a conversation. Because I would talk and it would just get dark. Like, whether that's about me or that man, it got dark, City Boys. And literally only God is the reason why I'm here right now. And I'm not broken up the way I am. And that's why I always say God is listening, God sees, and God always provides. Like I said, I'm not pushing any religion or anything. I don't practice a religion. I don't. I believe in God. And when I tell you, City Boys, it got to a point where this is Father's Day. And I remember I went on a walk. And it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I'm on my walk. And literally in my mind, I came to understand that I'm going to end this all. Like, I can't do this anymore. And it's not even like I know what my future looks like. I know how bright it is. I know all this. But City Boys, I literally couldn't get past this step. Because it felt like every piece of me, honestly, at that point, whether good or bad, meant nothing. Like, I felt so empty. I felt so sad. Like, I wasn't even feeling like, oh, I want to hurt this person, but I felt nothing every single day. So I'm talking to people, my wife, about it, and I'm being told, do stuff that's productive, work on your art, work on your YouTube videos, work on this, work on that. So City Boys, that's what I did. I threw myself in my videos, making my movie breakdowns. I started a garden, City Boys. I have ginger, I have chili, I have eggplant, I have tomatoes. I'm going to show you guys a little clip at the end of this video. I have all that. I have my plants in my front yard. I would show you that, but I can't show you my front yard. Like, that's a little crazy. But I've been doing that. I take my walks in the days. Multiple times a day. I do a whole bunch. I journal, I talk to God, I do all that. But I still was hurting so bad. And it got to a point where it's like, I just don't want to feel this feeling anymore. So if I had to die, especially I was voicing to everybody in my life how I felt. I was being honest. I want to kill myself. That's literally, I said it. I don't want to die, but I don't want to feel like this anymore. So it felt like that was the only way out. And I was saying that I want to go with my grandma. I want to, stay with my grandma. And at first, it just felt like everybody was dragging their feet with it, But when Father's Day came, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I can't stay in this house. I can't stay in this neighborhood. I can't stay in this space. Because literally all these things add to me feeling like how I'm feeling. Imagine what that does to your mind. I called some of my friends and nobody answered their phone, right? So I was like, and I'm not blaming my friends at all. This has nothing to do with them. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, nobody fucking cares about you. You know what I mean? So it makes no sense to be here anymore. Because one of the main reasons why I kept fighting the fight that I was fighting while I was in the hospital, why I came out the hospital, all that, is because not for me. It's like, that's what I'm fighting for right now, is to love myself and actually care about myself, because I don't fucking care. I don't care. Like, if it was up to me and it was just for my own self-interest to continue on with life and make wealth and all this kind of stuff, I would have ended this shit a long time, because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I literally do not care. The only reason why I continued is because I was shown by God. This sounds crazy. I'm not crazy. But I was shown by God what I'm supposed to do for this world. What impact I'm supposed to make. So... But at the time, it didn't matter to me. I'm not gonna lie, it really didn't matter. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Like, if nobody cares and I don't care about myself, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. And as I literally came in my mind with that agreement that when I get back home, I'm about to kill myself, my brother calls me. And we talked on the phone and I told him how I was feeling. And, he spoke so much words of love and light into me, City Boys. That's why one thing I can never say I can ever hate my brother. I can never hate my brother. Me and my brother, we went through some things, but we went through so much better, so much more good than the bad stuff we've ever been through. And he's literally my second half. He's literally just like me. And we were just talking, and it just reinforced to me, yeah, you gotta leave. You gotta leave. Because this is the reason why you're feeling like this. It's not, oh, you have so much things in your mind and the voices in your mind is telling you to kill. No, it's not even like that. Your environment is fucking toxic. It's hell. You can't expect to become the best version of you in hell. That makes no sense. You're being tortured, you're being freaking humiliated, you're being beaten down. How can you be the best version of yourself when you're beaten down every day? It's impossible. So that's why I decided I had to leave. So I'm gonna take you guys along with that, with me going to my grandma's, and the series is gonna be called Little Red Riding Saying, "Oh, on her trip to grandma's." And you guys are gonna see, like, you know, me getting into a better place. That's another reason why I haven't posted my episodes, because literally I started editing it and I had to stop because it's like I'm already in a dark place, and then I'm seeing myself in one of the worst places I was in life, you know what I mean? And I feel like a part of that is just coming to an understanding of what has happened to me. And like my mind has been trying this whole year to like delete it off of my mind, because it's a traumatizing experience, you know? But that's a part of my story now, you know what I mean? And I have to understand that just so I can move on. And I feel like me walking away from everything that I have here is going to help me just understand and see the beauty that is in this world every single day, you know? So I've been hanging out with my friends lately, just, you know, catching up with them, just so when I leave I can really just, you know, fully just put my energy into myself, being with my grandma, loving her, spending time with her, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how long I'm gonna be there. I got a one-way ticket, so I'm planning for probably 2 months. We're in July. I have 3 months until my birthday, so I might stay there until my birthday, and then I have a trip for my birthday planned, and after that I might go back. I'm not gonna hold you, so we'll see how that all goes. I just want to thank you guys so much for supporting me, watching my videos, following my channel, whatever you guys are here for. I want to thank you guys for. If you guys are here for my wrestling content, City Boys, I have a video coming out about the state of wrestling right now as it relates to me, so I'm gonna release that. But I will be getting into more wrestling content. If you guys are here for my movie breakdowns, thank you guys so much. You know I'm here to open up the minds in a more entertaining way. So we're going to talk about the color theory, the breakdowns, the geometry, all that. If you guys are here for just my art, thank you guys so much. When I tell you, City Boys, I have some crazy ass shit in the making as it relates to my art, City Boys. They thought that they fucking got me. They ain't get shit but shit on their hands, City Boys. One thing I want you guys to always remember: if you have a talent, whether that's art, singing, speaking, you're an electrician, whatever the heck your talent is, City Boys, always remember that they can never take that away from you. They can never take that away from you. Especially if it's a God-given talent, they can never take that away from you. City Boys, in my accident, I have a TCFF tear in my wrist, my right wrist. That's my dominant hand. That's the hand I draw with. City Boys, I have nerve damage on the whole right side of my body, City Boys. So I'm going to talk more about that earlier in the video, but I'm going through so much trauma as it relates to my hand, City Boys. They trying to stop a real motherfucker from creating this art that I need to change this fucking world, but that will never happen. So even if I had to take breaks in between that I never had to take before, even if I have to change up the way in which I do my art, it's still going to get done, because this is something that needs to happen. City Boys, your talent needs to be shown. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter what the world is telling you. Listen and hear. You have to share it. You have to. If you're a public speaker, City Boys, open up your fucking camera and talk, City Boys. Because you're going to find people that understand you, and they're going to hear you. Just like my City Boys. When I tell you, City Boys, throughout my life, there were so many times people would tell me, you're weird, nobody cares about what you have to say, you're stupid, you're slow, you're special, all this kind of stuff. City Boys, if I listened to them, I wouldn't be halfway where I got in life. City Boys, I wouldn't even have gotten to college. And I graduated on the dean's list 3 years straight. But that would never have happened if I listened to other people tell me about myself. You know yourself before anybody knows you. The darkness and the good. Don't ever let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. You know what you should let tell you what you can and cannot do? You trying and then it not working. And it don't mean that you can't do it. It just means you got to change the way in which you approach it. Remember that. Don't ever let these people bring you down, City Boys. Because I realize this, especially with my way of life, going through life. The greater you are, the more people, random ass fucking people, want to come into your life, even people that you put on a pedestal, fuck them too. They want to come in your life and try to tell you and dictate what you can do because they couldn't do it, because they never saw themselves doing it, because they can't even fathom achieving something like that. I remember I used to tell people I want to be the president of the United States of America. People thought I was fucking joking. And that's one thing I hate, because I guess it's the way in which I talk, my tone. People always think I'm joking. I ain't fucking joking. Unless I tell you I'm joking. But people were literally pushing it in my head. I had teachers. Mind you, I went to an early college school. Taking college classes. Well, taking high school classes in middle school. Taking college classes in high school. And those teachers, not all of them, but some of them was telling me, you'll never be president. You can't be president. That don't even make sense. Well, I decided not to be president anymore. But it's not because of them. It's because I have a bigger purpose. And presidents are only just the puppets. I'd rather be controlling the strings. I'm your puppet. You control me. I'm your puppet. I don't know me. But thank you, City Boys, so much for watching this and just keeping up with my journey of life, man. I can't wait for all the stuff I want to share you guys. All the stuff I've been working on in the behind the scenes. No shade. Yes, I've been depressed. But I also been pressed on my motherfucking craft. Oh, City Boys, the shit I got cooking up for y'all is crazy. And you guys will have the pleasure of saying y'all know St. Lazarus. Y'all know me. Y'all know St. Lazarus. And you guys have seen me as a little seed to germination, to blooming, to producing fruits. You guys will be on this whole journey with me. When I tell you I'm not holding no punches back, that's why I told you guys about me wanting to kill myself. I will never kill myself. I'm not going to harm myself. But I have to be honest. That's how I felt. That's what I was going through. That's what I'm fighting against. So you guys can understand that this shit is not a joke. I'm not no industry plant. I wasn't created in no fucking lab. City Boys, I really went through some dark ass shit, City Boys. And one day, as we continue to get to know each other, I'll reveal more. But I went through some very dark, evil stuff, City Boys. I experienced some of the darkest stuff in this world, City Boys. And when I tell you, that will never break me. And it will never break you. Sometimes you gotta sit down by your lonesome by yourself to understand who you are. What's your real characteristic traits? Not the traits that you had to pick up to be strong and to hold yourself high in this world, to try to make sure, like, oh, water off a duck's back, blah, blah, blah. But who are you really? I did that with myself, and I realized how sweet and kind of a person I really am. But I had to put up this hard exterior because I was so used to being hurt, honestly. Some of the people that were supposed to protect me in this world, City Boys, hurt me the fucking most. Some stuff that has happened to me, City Boys, when I tell you real shit, some people would be fucked up, like they will never be able to come back from it. But I did. I had to. I forced myself to. Because I know that I deserve so much better than what has happened to me. So I don't deserve to be a fucking victim. I'm not a victim. If anything, I'm a victor. I went through some shit and I alchemized it. I didn't take the lemons and squeeze that shit in my eye and cry. No, fuck that. I made a fucking lemon pound cake. Fuck a lemonade. I made a lemon pound cake with the zest and the icing on top. But I'm saying all this to say, don't let what has happened to you dictate who you are. Okay? You are not your experiences. You are made up of them, yes. But you are not them. Okay? Don't walk around with this burden on your shoulders because of something that somebody else did to you. Fuck them and fuck those feelings. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay? We don't have excuses no more to be sad. We don't have excuses no more to be the lower version of ourselves. We don't have excuses no more to fucking escape. What are we escaping from? Because real life is beautiful. But it's the illusions that they're painting in front of us that has us fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for all this cussing. But that has us out of our bodies. When I tell you this world is so beautiful, but we're letting these dark, sick motherfuckers change how this really is. This is a blessing. And we're over here living life like it's a curse. We're living life as if it's a punishment. Blessed to be living this human experience. Let's fucking take advantage of it, City Boys. Let's really be ourselves full fucking throttle. That's why I'm really gonna gas myself, because I deserve it. I am the greatest artist of all time. I am one of the best entertainers of all time. I am one of the best philosophers of all time. I am one of the best advocates of all time. I am one of the best motherfucking like no shade, like on some real shit. I'm smart as fuck. Yeah, I got left back. I just got a hard time reading shit. Can you blame a player? When you have so much talent, bitch, something gotta lack a little bit. No shade, like, but it's all these things that people make you feel bad about. For what? Why feel bad? The only time you should be feeling bad is if you're an abuser. City boys, if you abuse people, man or woman, city boys, keep your hands to yourself, okay? All right? If you're a gooner, city boys, zip up the pants, okay? Stop doing all that freaky shit, okay? City boys, if you are over here, well, my city boys better not be no motherfucking rapists. That one I can't even fucking joke about that one. If you are, we're on a better road, okay? If y'all used to do that shit, don't do that shit no more, city boys. If you are, you gotta go. No shade. We can't have them negative ass people over here in our nice little collective. Because what they say, one bad apple spoils the bunch, bitch. And I don't want our tree to drop down. You know what I mean? I don't want our tree to become a junker tree. But yeah, so that's what's really on my mind. I just wanted to get that out there. That's my life update. No shade. That's how I'm doing. That's what I'm going through. I literally tried to film this video. This is my 4th time filming this video. And all the other ones, I cried and all that, which, you know, that's how I was feeling at the time. I didn't want to post that. Like, that's not really the message I'm trying to put out there, you know? But I want to create not only, like, my dream community, like, the people that I wish was around me during some of my hardest times or, like, some of my best times. That's what I want to create with my city boys, like a group of like-minded. We don't have to have the same thoughts. That's impossible. But like-minded people that are open-minded. They're ready to learn. They're ready to be the best versions of themselves. Y'all like a good giggle, a nice laugh. And y'all like a girl that's pretty and see. But now, like, I want to be serious. Like, you see me. I talk about serious topics, but I like to keep things light and fun as well. Like, and that's why I like doing my movie breakdowns, because it gets serious. Like, I do the historical, all that kind of stuff. But we still kiki and laugh and call people dirty whores. But, yeah. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, City Boys. Subscribe to be a City Boy. City Boys, my birthday is October 20th, okay? I am trying to reach 1,000 City Boys before my birthday. Can y'all please help me make that happen? Please. That will make a real dream come true. I'm going to be turning 25. Can y'all believe it? Yeah, City Boys, I'm going to be turning 25. Yes. People be thinking I'm like 19 or something. Or like 18. I'm like, girl, I pay taxes. I vote. I don't. No, let me stop. But yeah, guys, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be a City Boy. Quote to Saint. If y'all know where I got that quote to Saint from, let a real motherfucker know. Well, he didn't say quote to Saint. He said quote to Raven. But I'm Saint, so yeah. Quote to Saint.